this is our first class. Like who has missed this demo? I'll be sharing yesterday's demo recording. Please go through it. And in today's first class, let's see how we can create a PDI. Okay. To create a PDI, you definitely need to have a active mail account. So just give me a minute. Let's go with creating new Gmail account. So to create a new Gmail account has you guys might have your active account, all right? Don't use your official uh, addresses like mail address which you use for your projects. I recommend going with a new Gmail account or existing Gmail account which you use it for your personal works. Okay, so you can use the same, but I'm going to create a fresh one. I'm just giving some name. Nothing is fine. Let's set a password. Mm. Just give me a minute. Mm. My screen is visible, right?
Yes, Shreya. It's good.
We are just creating a new mail account. You can use your existing one, that's okay, but don't go with the one which you are using. For your official meeting purposes or for your office related accounts, just don't use those. So we have created a new mail account. Okay, now how to create this PDI? What is PDI, Personal Developer Instance, which is almost similar to your real-time instance. 90% activities which we are able to do it on a PDI, you can also do it in the real-time instance. Okay, and working on PDI will give you a good hands-on experience with all the functionalities that are there on the ServiceNow. Okay, you can create a user record, you can create a role, you can create a group, and what are the best practices to add a role to a user. All these things we can actually consider. And this creation of PDI is not too complex, it's very simple. Just click on sign in. Oh, I'm sorry. We are going to create a new one, right? So this is the new developer instance page from where you can actually create a new PDI. If you see, this is the logo of ServiceNow. We are on the developer instance. Build apps that solve business problems faster, rapidly build, test, and deploy application that makes work better for your organization. Start building on Now platform with a free account. Okay, so sign up and start building. So you have to give your first name and last name details here. And you have to give a mail address. So I'm just filling the country information. And while creating a password, you have to make sure there is uppercase, there is a lowercase letters, a digit, special character, minimum of 8 characters, maximum of 100 characters it usually accepts, and not containing your username. Okay. So what is Snow? Snow is a short name for ServiceNow. So that's the reason I'm just using this password. You can create your own. You have to validate this Apache. It is taking time actually. Sorry. Just one. It is asking. Let me just refresh the page.
And then better you can use the audio.
Here the yeah, but let me see. But it has to be completed. Why it is asking too many times? Sending automated queries to protect our users. We cannot process your request right now. For more details, visit our help page. So the audio setup is not in place, I guess. Let's try it for one last time.
Yesterday you have already logged in, right?
Yeah, that is already a existing one, but
Then
some of you are very new to this, right? That's the reason we are helping with the details like how to create a new one.
yeah, but for creating it takes time.
It doesn't take more than 5 minutes actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday I have also done.
Yeah.
It's completed for that.
Okay. It doesn't take much time. But why this thing is taking time today, I'm not sure. If not, I'll be opening the existing one. So if I reload again, I have to enter all those details. So this will check the new images. Okay, I'll skip this for now. I'll tell you the process. Okay, it should actually create a new account. I'm not sure why. Okay, I just clicked on sign in. I'm sorry. Then try for one last time. There is some glitch, I guess. So it is every time stopping us here. So you can do one thing tomorrow morning. Just I'll be providing this URL. Try to even complete this CAPTCHA. Then you'll have this terms and condition. Just click on sign up. It will be asking you for looking for like a oriented IDE or a guided experience one. Just go with IDE because we want a platform, not a guided experience setup. So post that you'll have an interface like this. Okay, where you'll also receive a mail notification to your register mail ID. You have to verify it. Post the verification, you will be having this account, and from here you can actually see we have various options like learn, reference, guides, and connect. We'll be talking about it, and there will be a button called request instance. If you just request the instance will be updated, like it takes 1-2 minutes. Post that, your instance will be up and you can start using it. Okay, if you want, I'll give you a another recording for the same. Okay, but there is some technical glitch. We'll try it again after some time. But what is there under this learn, reference, guides, connect, we'll see for now. So as I told you, this is a developer instance, and here learn how to build apps on Now platform. What is this Now platform? This is also a platform that belongs to ServiceNow, and in Now learning, Now platform is for uh, working in real-time scenarios where you can also upskill your knowledge in ServiceNow. Okay, if I scroll down, you can see some learning plans. Looking to grow as a developer or transition into developing apps on Now platform, you can choose this courses like new to ServiceNow, ServiceNow Administrator, ServiceNow Application Developer. You can enroll into these courses and gain some good hands-on knowledge. Okay. Coming to learning plans, these are also similar to the courses which we have seen, but where you have a different requirement like citizen developer with App Engine Studio, or which is of 8 modules. You are going to cover the things. This is of 14 modules. Again, this is of 13 modules. You can register, you can see the learning plans. See ServiceNow Application Developer, where you'll be write, test, and debug scripts with the scope client scripts and server-side scripts. So you will be importing the data into the external data sources. You'll be seeing something in real time. Learning from these modules also helps you a lot. So you can spend your time if you have a 1-2 hours in a day. Coming to courses, what are these courses? Like few courses which we have seen new to ServiceNow, ServiceNow admin, ServiceNow developer. Okay. Apart from that, we have a this is also treated like a guided experience. Okay. Build my first App Engine Studio application, where stepwise you'll have everything. Where you'll have steps how to create your own application on this App Engine Studio. You can start working on this. Create an app from scratch with App Engine Studio. So you can register to any of these courses. See, create a record producer, user experience, create a catalog item with user experience, create an app and data module. You have a various creative workspace user experience. So using all this, you can actually upskill your knowledge in ServiceNow. Coming to tutorials, this is like a information that you get about some tips like or some shortcuts while working in ServiceNow. And Chuck Tomasi, this is the one who was working for ServiceNow from so long. He recently been resigned, but he has blogs or even we have YouTube links, which helps a lot to understand the concepts of ServiceNow. So you can also just go and check those things that might help you when you start working in real time. See, if you want to know some details about Flow Designer, or if you want to read some blogs about ServiceNow, you can also do it from this blog. Okay, I'll just go back. You have a certifications. Someone was asking me about certifications yesterday. Yes, we have two types of certifications: mainline certifications and micro certifications. Micro certifications are free of cost. You can just enroll into the course and complete the course and answer few questions that are asked. And if you are completing it, you will be certified as a micro certifier of that particular topic. If it is ATF, automated test framework, if it is Flow Designer, you will be certified as a Flow Designer. But coming to mainline certifications, that is something different. Okay, so those are more those have more value compared to your micro certifications, because this micro certifications has to be written in front of an invigilator or a proprietor. You can either go by offline mode or online mode, and you need a voucher for this. To get a voucher, you have to complete the course. There will be certain steps to complete it. So once you complete the course, you'll have a voucher, and this voucher is not free of cost. It is almost around $600 to $800. The price varies actually. Recently, the prices were hiked, but if you are working for any MNC companies, you will have a voucher for free. Okay, so under learn, you can actually learn about ServiceNow products, ServiceNow functionalities. Coming to reference, what is this reference? See, find reference documents for API and libraries. What is API? Application Programming Interface. As I told, you will be working on the JavaScript APIs and libraries. So APIs are something we will be using while talking about REST APIs or scoped APIs or server global APIs. So what is this documentation? What is this reference overview? That means if I'm very new to ServiceNow, I have no idea what is this client API or what is this REST API or what is the server-side API. I can explore about it. Okay. So here under product documentation, it could be any functionality. It could be any like we have a different concepts like client scripts, business rules, and all. If I'm very new, I don't know what is a business rule, I don't know what is a glide ajax. Okay, then I can just type it. It is redirect me to SSO. We'll wait for a minute. So when you type, I'm sorry. Whenever you are new to some concept, so this product documentation helps you with the details. So what is the recent information you have about business rules? What are the latest changes that are happened on the business rules on this version Xanadu? Likewise, you can understand, you will have a clear documentation where stepwise, even including the navigation, you'll have the information here. But unfortunately, the system is very slow today. Mostly the PDIs are down. I'll do one thing. I'll open this in fresh tab. Business rules. So I'm looking for some product documentation. Classic business rules. Yes. So a business rule is a server-side script that runs on your server. When a record is displayed, inserted, updated, or queried, you'll be using them. So we have 4 types of business rules again. So regarding that, you can open this document. I'm sorry why system is behaving like this. Okay, you can read why these business rules are there, how they are implemented, what are the types of business rules we have, and what are the APIs that we use under this business rules. What is a business rule processing flow? See, everything is explained very clearly. I can have a detailed information here. Okay, so likewise, on this product documentation, you can search for any topic, not only business rules. At a moment there is some glitch, but usually it works fine. Okay, and coming to this APIs, for suppose let's open the server scope APIs. Okay, you have a different APIs information, SNAIS, SNATF. So what is a flow script APIs we'll be using? What is this glide date and time? If I just expand it, I can read the information. Where do I use this glide date and time API? What is the syntax to use it? See, where GDT equals to new glide date and time, where he's just looking for the log of it. So it will print the current date and time, how this is possible using this particular API. So likewise, you can understand the information going through this APIs. Even if I open the client API, see glide ajax, this is something you will be using it in our examples like glide document. See, what are the selectors? What is the context of this? What is a what is the syntax of using this particular API? With examples you will be seeing. Okay, so this documentation is really useful. Coming to the versions, as we already discussed, ServiceNow supports up to last 3 versions. So Xanadu is our current version. The older version to Xanadu was a Washington, and the older to Xanadu was a Vancouver. So up to these 3 versions only you have a content. Okay, and you can also access to this level. You cannot downgrade your instance more than Vancouver. It doesn't support. Okay, even in real time, your instance should be either in Vancouver or Washington. If it is on Washington, they will upgrade it to Xanadu. There will be a special team for upgrades who will be taking care of backups and all. Again, coming to next experience, this is something which we will not be using much, where CLI abstractions are nothing but using any workflows on components and all, will be using them. like on the portal side, they'll be using this next experience. So ServiceNow application is used for various modules like ITBM, ITAM, CSM, discovery, mapping, and all, right? That's the reason they have given this next experience information also here under reference. Coming to guides, what are these guides? Read our guides to get known our new technologies, like what are the latest updates that are happening. If you want to understand the product uh, enhancements, all this you can get it under this guides. Now platform guides again, like what are the latest learning skills that you can learn from the Now application. Okay. Now application is something that is also part of your service now. You just need to validate your credentials here. Even if you are taking any certification exams, you'll be doing it from Now platform itself. I'm sorry guys, today the instance is really very slow. The developer program guides explore program resource for learning, building, and developing. Like what are the latest programs that they are hosting at a moment, or is there any particular program they are going to launch? All these details also you can understand from here. Coming to developer glossary, like alphabetic wise, we have a different terms in ServiceNow. If I say we have a field term called collays, while using your transform maps, you can understand this. So under C, it should be. So if I just scroll down, see Canvas, which we will be using in workflow or virtual agent. What is the difference of it? Why we use it? What is a category? Okay. What is client script? What is a client script in UI builder? What is a collage? The one which I'm referring to. Likewise, up to Z, you have all the terms that we use in our day-to-day activities. So you can also understand if someone is saying data model. I have no idea what is this. The table structure on application uses and relationship between the application tables. What is data pill? What is data pill picker? If someone is using such terms, and if you are very new to it, you can just come here and see under this ServiceNow glossary, developer glossary, and you can see browse and alphabetic wise commonly used ServiceNow terms. And PDI, Personal Developer Instance, as we are using the same, get most out of your personal developer instance, nothing but gain hands-on knowledge from here. Coming to connect, discover what's new, upcoming, and ongoing. Usually, whenever there is a new version, there will be many events at many metropolitan cities like Hyderabad, Noida, Pune, Bombay. Okay, if you register for these events, you will be receiving an invite. You can block your calendar and meet many developers or many architects who are part of ServiceNow family. Coming to community, this is something I recommend you to have account. Why? Because people who are working for ServiceNow from decades or someone who has joined ServiceNow recently are part of this community. What happens and what is the use of this community? When I'm new to ServiceNow, or there is some functionality which was already been implemented in some other projects, or someone is aware of that flow. Okay, then I can also just paste my query here. Someone who was or who is willing to help you will definitely post their inputs, and you can try them on your PDI or on your real project. And if it is working, you can also post a comment to them, or you can get more inputs from other developers or consultants or architects. Okay, this is like a forum where you can exchange the knowledge, where you can also help someone who is very new to ServiceNow or who is having some complex requirement, but which you have already implemented in your project. You can give them some sample inputs, or you can also share a code which is already working in your project. So likewise, if I say, I don't know what is a after business rule. Okay. From product documentation, I actually get a inputs like how to create a business rule, what type of business rules are there. Okay, when I see this is by Prashant Learn IT, so this person has given some example here. I don't know why the content is getting loaded very slowly, but you can see there will be some lines of script again. See, someone wants to help you with the business rules concept, like what is before business rule, what is after business rule, what is a sync business rule. Okay. And you can write your comments after reading this information. He has also given you some vendor tech guides link. You can also access it and you can see what are the examples we have. Okay. Let me open something like query business rule example. See, it is redirecting me to the community of ServiceNow. Someone called Sid is giving some example here. Someone is explaining with the screenshots and writing a simple query here. So he's using a current object and add encoded query. So in assignment group where he's trying to get the logged in users, like which groups he's part of, and just trying to get the array of that information, and he's joining that information. So using such commands, you can understand, okay, they are trying this. Okay. So likewise, someone is responding, if my answer helped you, you can also mark it as correct. So someone is giving some other explanation. Likewise, you can also post your queries in this particular forum and gain some knowledge, or you can also help someone by doing that. You will also gain some points that helps you to showcase the knowledge that you have in ServiceNow. Okay. So this community is something which I always encourage you to have account. Coming to share, if you have a project where your client is okay to share the details of the project, then you can share the details of the project. But you have to cross confirm it before putting it on this, like making your project live to others. Okay, so you can just click on create project and you can give all the details, like what are the most downloaded projects. You can see here you have ratings and all. You can see under IT operations management, under IT service management, under business management, there are various products. You can also just explore all this. Coming to blog, if you are working on some uh, custom requirement which was never implemented in ServiceNow before, then you can also write your own blog and publish it, where users who are also working on similar requirement can go through this blog and gain some sound knowledge on what you have done or what could be the better approach for their working model which they are going to implement. Okay, so like this, you can also contribute your knowledge. So this is about the things that you have under learn, reference, guides, and connect. Coming here, this talks about your instance, whether your instance is online or is it offline, what is the version that is running on your instance, what is the role that is given to your instance. Usually when you go for a PDI, they will be giving you either App Engine Studio role or a admin role. So here, change user role. Yeah, App Engine Studio creator role. While working on applications to create on App Engine, we'll be needing this role. But usually, while working on ITSM and all, admin is the most powerful role. See, the admin role grants full access to your PDI, including ServiceNow Studio, the application development environment for professional developers. And in real time, not everyone will have this admin role. So we'll be talking about it. See, Zenado is my latest version. Otherwise, I can just go and upgrade my instance. The role is very important. App Engine Studio and Creator Studio, which are pre-built for us. Activate plugin. What is this Activate plugin? See, I'm working on cloud management. I need certain things to be enabled. Then I have to activate this plugin. This plugin, most of the plugins are free of cost. You need not to pay anything. If there are any paid plugins, your company will take care of that pricing and all. You need not to worry. Okay. So we'll be working on 1-2 plugins for a few functionalities. At that time, I'll show you how you can activate a plugin. Manage email properties. So to send or receive email, you have to enable this toggle button and just click on save. So you will receive the email, or you can also send an email. And coming to release instance, for suppose by releasing your instance you allow other developers to use that resource. Remember that this action doesn't give up your access to the site. You will only lose access to your personal developer instance. I don't want this 240638 instance, then I can just release this instance and someone can actually request this. ServiceNow will reset the data and offer it to someone who is in the wait list. If you have different options here, I'm no longer using my instance. I want a fresh instance with no data. I'm not able to log into my instance, whatever. According to your preference, you can choose an option here and just click on release instance. Okay. Coming to change user role, which we have already seen, there are only two roles on this PDI while creating it: App Engine Studio Creator role and admin role. Let's go with admin role only. Coming to remove demo data. But don't remove this demo data, because when you work in real time, see, instance have a demo data, user have a demo data. So you can actually uh, use this demo data, or you can also do some filtering on the list view and you can see the result. So having demo data is no harm, but if you are really not willing to keep some data which is not required, you can also request for removing demo data. You just have to click here and just make sure you are clicking on this remove demo data button. System will remove the data and let you know. Manage instance password. So every instance will have a instance URL, like the one you can just copy it from here. If you go with login.do, it will be asking you for a username and a password. You can just enter the details and log in into your account. Or you can also email all this information. Email yourself a copy of your login credentials. You can also reset a password from here. This is for manage instance password. A refresh instance, like how we refresh our system, we can also just refresh the instance. As I told you, upgrade instance helps you with. For suppose my instance is in Vancouver, I don't want to create a new PDI every time. I can just upgrade the existing instance. See, here the instance status is refreshing. Now upgrade instance. See, there is a new upgrade which is patch 3 hotfix 1. What is this patch 3 hotfix 1? Usually, whenever there is a new release in the market, we will be identifying few bugs. Okay, so we'll be reporting them to the service now. You can also get in touch with the ServiceNow team by raising a high case. Okay, so you can let the team know that there is a issue in this particular concept. So they will just recheck and they will start fixing it. So to fix those bugs or anything, they will be having these patches like patch 1, patch 2, patch 3, hotfix 1, hotfix 2, like this. They'll plan it. And if you want to just upgrade your instance to this, just click here. Instance upgrade is in progress. Okay. Once your system is upgraded, you'll have that information. And instance with no activity over 10 days will be claimed back in the pool, into the pool. That means ServiceNow will take back your account, and who are on the wait list, it will offer to those developers. So make sure that you are opening your instance every day and practice the things that we are discussing in a class. Now let me try creating a new PDI. We'll give a last try. Otherwise, we'll see some other concept. Where is this? Just click on sign in. I'm sorry. I'll try it for one more time, otherwise I'll just leave this. It could be because of technical glitch or something. Then the audio is not working, that is an issue here. Bicycles. I don't see a bicycle here. Click Russia. Yeah, finally. So, I have read and agreed to ServiceNow website terms and conditions. So now ServiceNow will send a mail to my registered mail account. I have to verify it. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. Yeah, we have received a mail. See, ServiceNow, verify your account. Either you can click on this button or you can go with this URL. So just click here. So your account is verified now. Refresh. You can just click on sign in. Just take your mail address. So I need a developer oriented IDE or I need a guided experience. As I told you, we go with the oriented IDE. And what best describes your job responsibility, developer and IDE admin, both the options you can select and just click on finish setup. So a new instance will be available for you. So yes, the same learn, reference guides, connect, everything is similar here. Just refresh your page. See, this is the first name, this is the last name I have used, this is my mail account. When I just go to my profile, I can see what is the location, what is the mail I have used. If I have to change anything, I can also do like modify my details. If I have to set the password, that also I can do it from here, and I can just click on the save changes button. Just click on your logo to redirect you to the home page. Just click on start building. So now this is my ServiceNow PDI. Okay. See, the developer instance name is different. Here it is different. 240638 203647. Okay. So likewise, each one of us will have their own single tenant architecture. So you will have your own PDI. Kavya will have her own PDI. Ashok will have his own PDI. Okay. When you start working in real time, you will be able to see. If I talk about profile, whenever you create a new PDI, that comes up with system admin. So when you just click here on profile, you can see more details, like what is the first name of this user, what is the last name, what is a business phone, what is a mobile phone, what is a title, what is the email, date format. If you want to modify anything on the date and time zone, you can also do that. And coming here, I'm just giving some random data. This is a header banner. If you give a right click, you can see save all these options. So we are saving this record, but we are on a self-service view. What is this view? Views in ServiceNow help you to restrict the data where users with certain roles will not be able to access entire information that is there on this user record. This is the user form. You can see the first name of the user, the last name of the user, but you are able to see only limited fields here because it is running on view self-service. If I just click on these three lines, this is called as a context item. Just go to view, select here default view. Now I'm able to see more fields like user ID is admin, first name is system, last name is administrator, the entire title is this system administrator, the department is finance, and these are different types of fields. See, this is a string field, this is a string field, but this is a suggestion field, this is a lookup field. What is this lookup field? It redirects you to some other table. That means it is also called as a reference field. It referred data from another table called departments, and in departments we have a list of 7 departments. I can select any department from here and I can also update the information. If you want to read the information of your IT department, just click on this I. That will give you the preview of that particular department what you have chosen. Okay, see, the department ID is this, the department head is Driver Blue, and this is about information technology. The name is given as IT. Password needs reset. So for every user, there will be a user ID and password. If you have forgotten the password or if you need to reset it for every quarter or something, then we can also reset the password. Coming to logged out, some users report to us that saying I'm unable to log into the instance. At that time, we'll be opening their user record from the user table and we will be seeing whether the account is logged out or whether the account is inactive. Okay, and web service access only. What is this? When you are working in for any integration related projects or integration related scenarios, you need this web service access and internal integration user. At that time, these two checkboxes will be enabled. Coming to email, to reach out to this particular system administrator, we need his email address or a mobile number. We will just look into his user ID and contact the user. And what language user can understand, with what calendar his user account is integrated. All this information we can check from here. Coming to date format, we have a different formats like month, date, year, or date, month, year, or year, month, date. You can choose anything. Coming to business phone and mobile phone, you have options like you can enter the values here. And if you want to add your profile pic, just click here. And the supported file types are JPG, PNG, BMP, GIF, JPEG, ICO, SVG. So you can choose a file. Let's choose some image from here. See, it is JPG, so it is accepted. If you want to update this image in future, you can also update it. If you want to delete it, you can also delete the image. Scroll down, you can see update and set password. Firstly, we'll save this record. As I told you, the gray space is called as a header banner. Just give a right click and save the record. The record was existing. We just added few information like a language and calendar integration image. Okay. But if you want to set a password, you can also do that. And scroll down, you can see related links. Here you can see what are the client certificates this particular user have. If you want to register a new client certificate, you can do it. What are the third party accounts you have, like any shareholder access you need to be part of that provider map table. Okay, at that time you'll be having some any third party account, those information also you can track it from here. If you have been subscribed to any of the particular functionalities, those subscription information you will have it here. To reset a password or to change a password, you can also do it from here. View identity center, this is like that gives you a identity information. So what is a login history, active sessions, registered mobile devices, all this information you will have here, like what was the last login time, what is the IP address you were using while trying to log in, what is the status of it, whether it was successful or whether you were not able to log in. Everything will have it under identity center. Okay, we'll talk more about this user record, creating a new user record and exploring what is this client certificates, how to register your new certificate, what is a rule, what is a group, what is this delegation, or what are subscriptions. Okay, so you can create a new PDI for today. That will be an activity for you. And apart from that, if you are working for a company, let's say I work for IBM. So in IBM, everything is configured on IBM logo, and they even use the colors that are part of your logo only, like blue and white. So if you want to do certain customizations, that is also possible just by typing business basic UI. Okay, basic configuration UI 16. So basic configuration is nothing but a UI 15 we call it. So under system properties you'll find them. So see, this is the logo. When I hover, I can see ServiceNow service management, and the tab title is ServiceNow. But if I have to modify something, if I have to give IBM ServiceNow, and I want to add a title like IBM Snow, and here panel list and caption background colors. If you want to modify any of this, or if you want to add any styling using this RGB values or hexadecimal values, using the color palette, you can also adjust the colors. Okay, you can just drag this colors and you can use different colors, or if you know some hexadecimal values, you can take that information from internet. Shades of purple. So there is some shade here. So I can just take this and I can paste it here and I can see that color again. Then this is the shade. So likewise, I can add my own tab titles, images, system, time zone. See, we have a different time zones like Canada, Europe, US, using GMT or Hong Kong. You can use any of these time zones. And coming to date formats, you have almost 8 to 9 different types of date formats. Even time formats like hours, minutes, seconds, which are of 24 hours or 12 hours with AM, PM also you can decide. Coming to banner text color, if you want to have some different colors, again the RGB values can be adjusted and you can modify the changes. With UI 16, let's see the logo and all. See IBM ServiceNow it shows. Even if I open any other tab, let's see, broker. See IBM Snow. Previously it was ServiceNow. I have modified it. So what is this basic config UI 16? Let's complete it and close today's class. So the same things you can modify here. If you want to add some IBM logo or iOS logo, those things also you can do it. And you have a banner text color, header divider stripe color, navigation header or footer colors. Okay, all this you can modify it. You can style your instance according to your preference. And like how we have this white theme and light theme and dark theme in our mobiles, likewise we have this lazula or cobalt you can use any of it. And just click on save changes. Whatever the changes you modify, that will be reflected. If you check any of the user interface of older versions of ServiceNow, it was quite different from what we are seeing now. See, the logo got modified. And if I'm working on incidents every day, I can bookmark it, like add it to the favorites. See, I will add the entire incident. I'm sorry, just expand it. Just click on this. This is the menu, and beneath that, all our modules. All of them are added to the favorites. So when I expand it, see, I have all the information. I can open the records. I can open all the incident records, nothing but your incident table. See, we have 67 records. But here you have only 40 records because there is one condition called activist row. What are these filter conditions? How to add those, everything will be covering. Coming to history, what you have opened in the past, you will have that information. Okay. So I'll close it for now. Any queries from anyone?